from the chat, a rangefinder. What is a rangefinder? A rangefinder is an object that tells you how far you are in yards from a specific location. That sometimes golfers use something like that. Obviously, a shooter. He was using that to see how far the distance was from where he was going to take the shot. Taylor Coat loses track of him. I think 20 minutes go by. WTF. Taylor, thank you for the 199 super sticker. CMB concrete fire. Audio equals 3 different gun sounds, but that doesn't. What does that prove? The shooter, and then we had two snipers that fired. Are you saying could it be that also the snipers had different weapons, different? But are you saying there's a second shooter? I can't tell that. I'm not a ballistics or an audio expert that I can say that without some expert saying, yes, that's 3 different sounds. That's 3 different guns. So, look, there's so much more to this investigation. From the chat, Trump's security detail was given the day off. His other detail region was assigned to Jill. Well, I don't know if that, in fact, is true. And, that's another thing we have to find out, and we have to hear it from the horse's mouth, from our government. And so far, we haven't had that. We haven't had a press conference from the director of the Secret Service. Her name is Kimberly Cheadle. Apparently, she's supposed to speak in front of Congress next week. We will see if that, in fact, occurs. Folks, this is very interesting times. The dissection of this shooting, this investigation, and we want to pray for the people that were shot, that were just innocent bystanders, especially the fire chief, Comparator, who lost his life to this, and 2 other victims that are in serious condition. Ghost from the chat, as a woman, I must say we are too short and not the strongest to protect a 6'4" man. And thus all Secret Service should be men, just my opinion. Your testosterone is best for protection. Tiny Dancer, 86, she needs to resign. She's more worried about hiring DEI people and not the best people for the job. And you're referring to Kimberly Cheadle. I have a feeling that at the press conference, at the presentation by Kimberly Cheadle in front of Congress, I don't think she's going to say much. That seems to be the MO of a lot of our appointed officials, that they'll hide behind the investigation and say, I'm not allowed to release that, which is absolute nonsense at this point. Anyway, folks, look, this is very early in this investigation. I think too early to say that Thomas Crooks acted alone. I think it's too early to say that he was a lone wolf. I think there's a lot of facts and circumstances yet to come out, and we will all anxiously be awaiting the real investigation to come out. And I see many of you in the chat don't trust the FBI, and I can understand that. But that's who is going to conduct this investigation. So Gregory Elinsky from the chat, Mayorkas first press briefing with KJP. Tiny Dancer from the chat, 110% agree. Alta Mason from the chat, we'll never know what happened. Well, I see now it backtracking, a lot of covering up, blame throwing. Unfortunately, we're going to see a lot of that, but I'm hoping that we will at some point get the truth. Carol Grayson, thank you so much for all you do, for being a moderator on this channel. History genealogy, I trust Bill more than the higher ups on other channels for sure. More experience. History genealogy, Cynthia, thank you so much for that. Sherry Wilson, no, Bill, I trust no government officials to tell the truth. This is where we are in 2024. Legolas fan 69. Yup, a lot of similarities to how Steve Paddock, we are told there's no motive in his past, is being kept quiet. All you people from the chat, I want to thank everyone for tuning in today. Today, guys, I wanted to just, Ann Chapman, great show. Thank you, and thank you for tuning in, Ann. I wanted to come on today and just to give and present some of the new information we have, and somewhat play devil's advocate here. I can't. My basic instincts tell me that Thomas Crooks had some help somewhere along the way here. It seems it was too well planned. He knew too many ways to recon. He knew too many ways to prepare. So I'm not convinced that he's a lone wolf, as was said earlier on. So we'll have to wait and see the results of this investigation. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in on this Saturday, July 20th, 2024. I'm Bill Cannon from Police Off the Cuff Real Crime Stories. Thank you so much for tuning in, and God bless everyone.
One episode just ain't enough.